so high, it looks like I'm just gonna go right underneath it, miss it almost.
So you've got the shoulder tilt now matches the tee height.
Yeah.
That's going to help with angle attack. Really good, Mikey. Effortless.
Yeah.
Very, very effortless.
Better.
Aided by a bit of a high toe strike.
Yeah.
Looked like it came out of the high toe a little bit. So good. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a deep dive into a topic that is always meaningful for you guys. If you're going to maximize your performance from the tee, you have to get the details right on how high to tee the ball for your specific swing. Mikey boys are guinea pig in the bay.
I apologize in advance.
Guinea pig's a good description for you, isn't it?
Hi, the pig.
I smell a wee bit. In your cage. So Mikey's going to dive into a test session with 3 different tee heights. What is your current preference for tee height?
I mean, in the bay, I use a number 16.
You don't really know.
But I have no clue.
My point exactly. You don't know what's optimized for you relative to all the other numbers that go on around your delivery.
Now, when I play at the club, we have these tees with a little line on it. I put it to a certain line, but I don't even know if that's the right thing.
Exactly.
So it's about time you help me out.
We're going to do a little bit of testing, right, Michael. So guys, there's many things when it comes to a driver that we have to take advantage of. We're looking to create high launch, low spin, maximum energy transfer. Tick all 3 of those boxes and we're on the right tracks. Mike has done an amazing job, obviously, increasing his swing speed from what it was, sort of about 92 miles an hour when he first started the channel. And he's up to about 105 to 110. You're fluctuating now in that region. So done a really, really good job in and outs to maximize every single last little drop out of that performance.
Love it.
Good. All right. Just grab your tee height, whatever you would gravitate towards, right? Whatever you would do right now. Let's look at it.
That's what we're going to hit off of?
Right. So, and we're going to call this mid height because the likelihood is you're not an extreme delivery, Mikey. You do hit up at it a little bit.
Yep.
Let's talk about the specs of your driver first and foremost. TSR3.
TSR3, A2 setting, heel in the weight, or weight in the heel, and a Ventus Blue 5S. Standard length, 45, or maybe it's 45.25 inches.
Okay, in and around that. I think it is a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit a couple. Let's kind of discuss your dynamic loft, strike point, all that sort of stuff, and we'll dive into a few more other, sort of critical elements of tee height. Just an elite driver of the golf ball these days. Elite. 275, going out to 300 yards, no big deal. Has anyone from the club reached out to you since your sort of newfound
A couple people have
distance?
watched.
Yeah, commented on it.
They've come in and they've bought some super speed from us.
Great launch conditions. So you've kind of ticked all the boxes there, Mikey. You've got a great strike, slightly above the CG. With a driver as good as TSR3, you're going to maximize energy transfer efficiency, even when you're not on that CG line.
Yeah.
You're delivering a good amount of loft. That aids obviously the launch. The right relationship between loft and upward angle of attack creates the spin, obviously, along with the strike. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's ideal in terms of delivery. The whole situation is absolutely ideal there.
I would take that every day.
Every day. Everything's good. Everything's perfect. Out to in path, face a little bit closed relative to the target, but open relative to the path.
Cool.
It's perfect. Right?
You're welcome.
So let's go to our low tee now, and let's look at that. Okay. Where does your mind go when you see a low tee like that? Some people struggle with driver, like the ball to be closer to the ground. I know I've went through periods in my life when I've just got the ball close to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too close to the ground. To me, I've got the wrong club in the hand to hit this shot, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, let's hit a few.
Oops. It's got to be a bit steeper on it. What did it say? Oh, wow, okay. Hey, the strike sounds good.
Sounds good. It's
face
hard
open.
for you to square it up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So one of the kind of maybe old school advice, I go back to the first Tiger Woods book I ever read, How I Play Golf. never forget some of the lessons in there. Tiger would say he'd tee it low to hit a cut, he'd tee it high to hit a draw.
Interesting.
Your path and your delivery specifically relative to you, Mikey, is you're a little bit out to in with your path. And when you get steeper, it gets worse.
Right, yeah.
So why would you ever tee it down? You just never would.
Never.
Right? It's not going to aid you in order to do that. Now, the opposite of that, for somebody who is a little bit too much right to left, and that's what I struggled with, teeing it down was really, really good for me.
Tightens it up.
Yeah, because it would stop me tilting back too much and hitting too much on the rise.
Yeah.
Getting that angle of attack down is really, really good for my drive and actually hit it much straighter. I do give up some distance, but...
Yeah, I mean, spin kicks up, and I'll tell you, the strikes, albeit they were
feel
going
quite good.
They felt great.
Yeah. Well, as low as that is, and you know, that's the thing, when people talk about getting the ball half a ball above the crown of the driver, well, you need to then make the relevant adjustment, impact, whether it's through angle of attack or tilts through the body, whatever that may be. But just by changing tee height for you, Mikey, we've got some ball speed loss.
Yeah.
We've got some launch angle loss.
Drops.
And we've got some spin gain.
Huh.
So not only are we crooked, we're 40 yards shorter at the same time.
No thanks.
No bueno. So strike height played a big part of that. Your angle of attack has come down.
Yeah.
Your dynamic loft has come down. Not much though, right? So by the dynamic loft staying high relative to the attack angle with the open face, because spin loft is not a two-dimensional measurement. It's not just a projection of dynamic loft and a projection of angle of attack, which in a 2D sense, is our sort of spin loft window. If it was as simple as that, it would just be a case of, okay, bring angle of attack up or bring dynamic loft down.
Right.
Because we want to have the right spin loft window. It's also three-dimensional, it's face to path as well.
Interesting.
There's friction components to that. So you never want to be, for the type of player that you are, you never want to be really in the low T category.
No.
Okay, right, let's head into the highest T we have.
Oof.
Okay, you made a comment there, oof. What is it about that?
So high, it looks like I'm just going to go right underneath it, miss it almost.
Yeah.
I probably won't. Well, knock on wood, but
Hopefully not, yeah.
it's just, it's mega for sure. But I play with a couple of people that tee it up super high, and they had a natural draw. And I know you went back to that Tiger Woods thing, low fade, high draw. It might not work for everyone, but that's what they do. They tee it up so high. They use those blue and white tees, pro tee, whatever it's called. Yeah. And they just hit the easiest draw known to mankind. So
yeah, typically the players who keep the club on plane really nicely, they sort of maybe have a little bit more of a flatter plane, but it's a one plane swing. Yours is a little bit of a change of plane right now, so you kind of tend to come in a little bit on the backswing, and you have a slight steepening.
Yeah.
So that's why your strike is still quite good, even on a low tee.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the high tee. Let's see what that provides you.
Okay. I feel like you'd almost have to hover the driver to hit this.
Well, so that's a good point. So what setup changes are you going to make for the driver? Ball position forward?
Ball position forward, I feel like I mentally want to just strike this off the toe a bit more, try to hit a big swoopy draw. So
I would get the shoulders tilting a little bit as well.
Okay.
Right? And just really let that toe turn over.
And it turned over. I felt like I missed it.
You've hit that 293, and it honestly looked like a bit of a half-hearted effort.
Yeah,
I was ready to tell you to start trying a bit harder.
I don't want to say I was swinging slower because I swing slow already, but to me that felt like no effort. Obviously low spin, but
not bad. Right, let's do a few more. Let's kind of get those starting on the right line. So you've got the shoulder tilt now matches the tee height.
Yeah.
That's going to help with angle attack. Let the toe win the race. Really good, Mikey. Effortless.
Yeah.
Been very, very effortless. You're swinging in a speed window right now that people will be looking, going, oh, I'm around 102, 103.
So I do it for the people.
Yeah, for the commentators.
The commentators, exactly.
Okay, give me two more. I like what you're doing with this. It's actually good for your swing, actually, to do this little drill.
A little spinny, a little slow.
Okay, yeah, give me some speed. Give the people some speed. They're not here to watch you swing slow. That was good, actually. Really liked that one.
Yeah, better strike.
Lovely strike. Yeah. Okay. Tilts are really good. You have a much easier time hitting this left, don't you?
Totally.
Night and day. Then we can start to offset that a little bit.
Yeah.
You just love it when you get over that 300, don't you? Just
Oh, well.
So happy.
It'll be well.
So happy. 280 in the fly. No big deal.
Better.
Aided by a bit of a high toe strike.
Yeah.
Looked like it came out the high toe a little bit. So good. Oof. So good. Okay, go back to the mid tee height, because you kind of gave me a unicorn in that first one.
What are you trying to say?
Well, on the law of averages, I know what I'm likely to see. We see a few more.
Okay, well, rude.
Couple more. Oh, buddy, old pal.
Still tilt?
I mean, tilt relative to the tee height.
Right, okay.
That's important. Not quite what you obviously see with the low one, but yeah, a little bit of a loss. Okay, one more.
Don't come back.
Yeah, it's coming. I mean, you've kind of caught it high in the head, haven't you?
Yeah. Good miss.
Good miss, really good miss.
Still 270 carry. I thought 270 total was good back in the day.
All right, Mikey. So the test leaves us with sort of some very black and white data to look at. For somebody who swings like you do, which is, again, look how the tee height affected the path. Mm-hmm. The higher you tee it, the less your path travels.
Did I see with the high tee, and you kept saying, like, let the toe, finish the race? To me, like, there's no thought of it going right. So you could pick up speed, strike. I'm not really worried about strike. Just kind of swing at it. I know it's going to turn over.
Regardless of what tee height you had, you delivered roughly the same amount of dynamic loft.
Yeah.
That's an interesting takeaway. But look at the 2-degree increments as you moved up.
Tag gets higher.
As we go. So spin loft is narrowing sort of as we go. You know, we see the steepening of the golf swing via the dynamic lie angle when it comes to the low tee height as well. So not only are you more out to in with an open face, you're also throwing the toe down.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why you have a hard time, again, guys, dynamic lie angle, that when we tilt that golf club up, toe up, it points the loft left. So for Mikey, in order to try and maximize his accuracy and his distance at the same time, he doesn't want an open face and a more toe down impact position. That's a compound error. We want to avoid those at all costs.
Toe up.
We want to be a little bit more toe up. So 3 tee options and basically three different swing models relative to the tee height, right? Because we're changing tilts as we go. The lower the tee, the more level our shoulders are to the ground. Gets us, if it's your pattern, gets you a little bit more that way. Now, people who are, like I said, tend to be a little bit more behind it and tilted away. You don't want to get those people on a high tee.
No.
Because they do more of that, and that's where you get blocks and hooks.
Right.
So know who you are, right?
Yeah.
Know your own swing DNA. That's why we love the launch monitor technology that we have. Allows us to basically go to this player. Yeah, you're struggling with that particular driver because it's not the driver's fault.
Right.
The tee height is not allowing you to make a swing that will be competent in any way, shape, or form. So understand your numbers, understand your delivery, understand your swing DNA, something we talk about all the time, and match it to the tee height that suits you the most to maximize performance.
Yeah, it's good. It's eye-opening.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to sleep tonight.
I know. You're going to see if you can get a 9-inch tee before we
Yeah, I'll be going to the golf store tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's good. Guys, these are the little nuggets. This is the lowest of low-hanging fruit, right? A bag of tees doesn't cost you much. A little experimenting on a monitor where you can sort of pinpoint strike and things like that. It's just a little effort to go through the process. And hopefully now you're armed with a little more knowledge and how to apply it. and how to obviously maximize it for yourself next time you hit the golf course. So that's ultimately what we want. You played at your absolute best. Good stuff.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, guys, more, call it, instructional type content from us relative to the tee, the golf course, how you can perform at your very, very best. Again, for the price of a bag of tees.
Yeah, $20.
Right. $20? Where are you getting your tees?
I don't know. Isn't that what? I don't know. I haven't paid.
$20.
I haven't paid for a tee in 28 years.
$20.
They're free at the first tee.
Jesus, I know I'm Scottish. When $20, I nearly fell over.
It must be $20 for a bag of tees.
Maybe. A big bag, maybe.
Well.
Okay. Good stuff, guys. And spend your $20 on a bag of tees. Enjoy some more distance. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.